Yo, I am back. I really fucking apologize to anyone who missed me and or my content. Sorry. I had pneumococcal pneumonia and bronchitis. I know, it's kind of self-defeating to say you have both. But, I got my life back. Luckily, I was able to even make it to a doctor. So, for a while, it was crazy. It's like you're living the same day over and over again. Surprisingly, like, I didn't have a fever the entire time. That's kind of weird. But you notice your ribs and your spine a lot. It feels like not only are they made of lightweight, highly breakable material, even more so than bone, you breathe in and breathe out and you feel your ribs, each individual one. So basic movement was, more of a problem. And personally, I gotta say, I have a lot of plans. Now, because of the full bottle gimmick in Kamen Rider Build, which I'm absolutely fucking loving, episode 1 came on the 3rd, or at least the subtitled version, and I was sick. I was really dead sick, but, my love for Kamen Rider prevailed. I'm definitely going to do a parody of Taylor Swift's Shake It Off called Shake It Up with one of these. And I also have the Gorilla Mond one. Basically, I'm customizing these to look, really good on the front. I really, to be honest, should have gone with, bronze on the whole thing and don't color with a sticker, but fuck it. I'm getting multiples of each full bottle. I have, 4 more, which I'm keeping, in delicate care. So, let me get a sip of water. I always like to do reviews of Kamen Rider. I know, there are only 2 episodes, but I love Sento, our main rider. It seems like he's a little bit more goofy, like Emu from Ex-Aid, but not really in a way that would annoy you. He's got that Agito missing memories thing. The only thing he knows is that he was in a tank, being forced down. I think there was a cover over it. And some kind of weird green fluid. And Night Rogue sitting in a plush chair. So, and side note on Night Rogue. If you search on the internet, on YouTube specifically, you will see Ganbarizing footage and a lot of spoilers. His Hisatsu attack, which is basically creating fog everywhere and then, either really fast, like, running or maybe even teleporting. So he catches the enemy off guard, like strike, strike, strike. And another thing is, after he henshins, he has sort of a bayonet style gun. And yes, he does shoot his own head. And instead of loading a clip of bullets or just to clip it all, unlike a typical gun. He loads a full bottle. Now, I don't know if they're going to be called full bottles for the enemies. And we also have Bloodstark, you know, that geeky guy with the glasses who said Sento passed every question on the test. There's no doubt that guy's Bloodstark. And, you know, the build driver's been hacked, you know, and people have been putting, like, LEDs and, you know, just all these dope-ass modifications. And I'm not sure whether Night Rogue and Bloodstark share the same henshin item. But like I said, he doesn't, Night Rogue doesn't load a clip of any kind of ammunition. He loads a bottle. Because I guess that's what I should call it until I get the official name. They're different too. Alright. Gorillamon. I customize a little. Alright, so the places where they're black, top, bottom, and not to mention just as a whole, they're a lot more rounded. Like the empty bottles that Sento uses to suck up the essence of a smash monster. And it's still black on the top, but it's a lot more rounded. And that's also what the full bottles look like before they get purified. Now, I'm not sure about the girl. You know, I would think that, you know, some kind of... She can purify a bottle, and then it's able to be used for Henshinda, you know? And I do know that I'm way off track. But... oh, by the way, Night Rogue sounds like Raw from the 1995 Stargate film. Fucking... It's like a ritual, like a tribalistic ritual. I got shit on my camera. And now it's saying like AF. I have no fucking clue what AF means. Yeah, he sounds like Raw from the 95 Stargate film. With like a weird form of like vocal treatment, like they would do maybe with like auto-tuning. But it sounds kind of like severe asthma. But it still comes across as badass, so can't complain there. And his Hisatsu attack, shrouded in fog everywhere, you know, striking you with a, you know, bayonet version of his weapon, and then sometimes it'll be that he holds it up, charges it somehow. There is kind of like a wheel on the side, so that's probably it. Now, I'm not sure whether it's he hits it or he spins it. That's a question to ask. And sometimes he just stays there, says something to the enemy, and, you know, charges it. Or sometimes he does that, and then throws like fucking Kamen Rider batarangs. So, the guy who's his aide, you know, whatever you call it, who said that Sento got all the questions right, is definitely Bloodstark, but it's looking like they both use the same henshin device. Maybe Bloodstark uses the, you know, long-barreled gun bayonet variation initially. And I definitely like how, you know, he's got that, you know, cobra, and then it, like, goes to, like, side of the face. That's a really good design. And then he's got, you know, like, not wires, but, like, you know, like, lines that would imply, like, you know, a snake's tail or something. I really like that all over his body. that's just from the scans that we got. So, when he premieres in the show and whatever happens with him, that's how I'm going to find my final opinion. But while I'm at it, I'm really going to talk about episode 2. So, spoiler warnings, period. I don't like saying major spoilers or big fucking spoilers. Here's what it is. The prison escapee, Ryuga, finds out that the monster of the week is actually his former lover, who apparently had some terminal illness. This is denoted by the fact that he says, oh, she's losing weight, and not in a good way. Not in some health-conscious way. And I think she was wearing a hearing aid. I'm not sure. Damn, I'll have to watch that again. But she gets turned into the Fire Smash. And while Ryuga is trying to defend the Fire Smash, it's sort of a two-way fight between him, Sento using the Hadazumi tank form and getting prevented from attacking the monster of the week by Night Rogue. And I just love his henshin for this period, Night Rogue henshins, and then suddenly his fucking bayonet blade is like right in your fucking face. I love that. That was a well executed shot. And then he just jumps over to a hill, mocking our heroes. And we see a new, ability of Gorilla Mond, Gorilla Diamond, which I've been, flashing the full bottles. That, we get to see the, rabbit, vacuum cleaner form. So, she's throwing fireballs and he's just sucking it up. They're trying to find a very pacifistic way to win. So eventually the girl turns back, but this is the final blow. If she was in terrible health condition before, now she's dying, but glowing. And I get that Smash monsters are runaways and, people won't be missed, So maybe the plan for Ryuga was that he was eventually going to be a Smash monster, and the cover story was that he escaped from jail. But instead, it was blatantly proven in this that it was a setup. He just walks into a room, and there's a guy, with a huge, circular blood hole from a stab wound and a switchblade on the side. And, of course, conveniently, police get there or whatever. Back to the point. So, Sento Kiryu, sucks out the Fire Smash's essence at the end, popping out of the microwave. And it's a dragon full bottle. And he says something to the extent, it looks like this is yours, or I should give this to you. And it's a memento, of his former lover. And I kind of see bits of Kamen Rider excel in him. Slight bits of Kamen Rider Meteor, in the sense that he's not exactly, a real easy guy to understand. But this probably means that Kamen Rider Claws / Close, considering it's a Dragon Rider, Ryuga, Ryuki thing. He's probably gonna henshin, but have some, problems with it earlier on than maybe even the toy scans really show. Now, what about that dragon, the robotic dragon that he folds up, puts in a regular driver, and, allows him to only use one full bottle to henshin? Bam! Mystery for another day. But I think this could have easily been stretched to 5 episodes. Saving someone you love who's dying, and then eventually having to fight that person because they become, one of the bad guys. And they don't know. That was the thing. She didn't know what she was doing. Brainwashing. This is really, really like Faust, the evil organization, even though it's not really been announced in the show, contextual in the show. Now I'm drawing a blank. Freck. Has a lot of power because they hide under the government. I feel like, if they really get in trouble or they're going to get exposed, they'll find a way to blame it on somebody else. Blah, blah, blah. It's kind of funny. I got a really good night of sleep, but I am even more tired. I got to say, another thing I'm hyped on, though, I found out there's actually some new Tattoo music, All the Things She Said, that group. And a lot of other stuff, like tons of demos, tons of songs with alternate lyrics, and someone just had an index. I'll find a way to, post that, if it even is legal. To be honest, it does not look legal. I didn't get any viruses or infections of any form. And just as a side note, to be honest, I am waiting my fucking ass off for my Beruto. Because I have the items. I got the full bottles. But this year, the sounds are in the belt. And see these pegs and holes and slides? That's what causes them. And it's interesting. It's not like former years. You put it in, and the lights and sounds are caused because of the certain placement of the pegs, and it pushes in. This, it actually slides down and makes a sort of chord progression, almost. So I've been, figuring out ways, looking online, and there are 168 possible combinations of lights and sounds. So I got to work on that. But I'm glad I'm feeling better. I went through hell, and I know I always ask for people to pray for me, but if there are any of those people watching this, thank you. It's weird because I'm not exactly someone who believes in, almighty, omnipotent figure, but there are times that I'm psychologically and physically weak enough that I'm fuck it, anything. So if you get anything from this at all, I'm in good health again, I'm enjoying life again, and I gotta say, thanks. I don't have a huge following, but I have a following of people who understand. You know. And I'm really glad that there are those people that care. I'll see you on the flip side. Remember, Taylor Swift, Shake It Off, Shake It Up. So I gotta basically rewrite that. And I got a lot of other things on my plate. I'm doing a complete remix / reinterpretation album of Meteora. And I'm going to include the one song that I feel is the most deserving, that never got a chance. We just heard a clip. You know, thoughts that take away my pride, I've been forced to keep inside. And then Chester just, da. You know, if I'm ever going to do a tribute to Linkin Park, I really have to make it special. And Chester, I never gave my love, but know that I know the truth of how, you know, this thing happened, and wherever you are, God bless you, man. Meteora is the reason for all this creativity. Every bit of it. So, you know, amen and Godspeed.